Hi guys, welcome back to another video of the Q2FY26 earnings season, and in today's video we will be talking about Thangamayil Jewellery, okay? Because this company that is there, it had been a laggard for a very long period of time, but now you see that the things that are there are rapidly changing for the company, okay? And if you look at it earlier until now in the entire jewelry space, especially in B2C, टक्कर का competition कहाँ पे चल रहा था? It used to happen only between Kalyan and PN Gadgil Jewellers. But now it looks like Thangamayil Jewellery also has entered the race, okay, in competition with Kalyan and Gadgil, and there is a high possibility, ki like not just a possibility, probably a sure shot, ki like they will outthrow Kalyan and Gadgil and lead the race this time. Okay, so let us see, do they really have a, do they really stand a chance to, to beat Kalyan and Gadgil, and do they, that is PN Gadgil Jewellers, and will they emerge as the B2C jewelry ka, winner in this quarter? Okay, so one thing you need to understand over here is, if you look at the most of the jewelry companies that are there, especially in the B2C area, you will see they have pan India presence. Like we have Tanishq pan India presence, Kalyan pan India presence, Senko, yes, they do emerge from Calcutta, but even they are trying. They are opening stores across India. Gadgil also was, until last year it was purely focused in Maharashtra, but this year we will see again expansion. In Uttar Pradesh and other parts of North India. But if you look at Thangamayil Jewellers, they're the only company that is there जो अभी तक सिर्फ तमिलनाडु में है. Okay, only and only they originate from Tamil Nadu. सारा का सारा store until now is in Tamil Nadu, and upcoming जो store expansion आ रहा है for the upcoming 15 to 18 months, even that is going to be in Tamil Nadu. Okay, so if you look at it earlier, if you look at Thangamayil Jewellers earlier, they were a very like a 20 to 25% का growth engine, and on top of that there is this capacity, I wouldn't say capacity, but एक geographical constraint था. But things had changed in FY25 का end. Okay, FY25 का end में क्या हुआ था? Q4 of FY25, right before I think the Q4 FY25 numbers came, before the March का numbers आता है. These people had done a QIP. They did a QIP where they raised 512 crore. Okay, and the entire purpose of raising this money was they wanted to put up 10 stores across Tamil Nadu, but specifically focused in Chennai in Tamil Nadu. Okay, as of Q4 of FY25, that is the end of the financial year FY25, they had around 62 stores, and the plan was to add around this 6 to 10 stores probably in this year or in a span of 15 to 18 months, like I told you. And इसके लिए उन्होंने 512 crore लिया था. And another thing, right, कि like जब भी आप एक ज्वेलरी, मतलब एक गोल्ड का दुकान खड़े कर रहे हो, यहाँ पे इन्वेस्टमेंट बहुत है, बिकॉज वन इज यू हैव टू पुट अप अ रियली नाइस शोरूम, बिकॉज पीपल आर कमिंग हियर टू बाय एंड a high ticket item. And on top of that, whenever a customer is coming, they might be buying as simple as maybe a chain, but you might have to give them a plethora of options. So यहाँ पे क्या है, इन्वेंटरी रखना पड़ेगा. So that is why the entire purpose of raising this 512 crore was for the store expansion, and the other one was to back it up with inventory that is required once you open up these stores. Okay, and with respect to this store expansion and everything, they had given the guidance कि like आगे जाके, that is for this year FY25-26, they told that they are guiding for 6,000 crore, which is roughly, if you see, I think 6,000 crore is roughly like उनका कितना था, I think 30% kind of growth that is there, right? And you might see that Kalyan and Gadgil भी वही 30% का growth ही था, and one advantage that Kalyan and Gadgil had was pan India presence. So इसको उतना कुछ seriously कोई नहीं लेता था, ठीक है? Now the game changer happens is the Q2 of FY26 ka numbers that are there, because Q2 of FY26 numbers, if you look, it has been very, very stunning, because already from the updates we know that Kalyan and Gadgil are growing at 30 and 31% respectively. But यहाँ पे Thangamayil Jeweller आके बोलता है कि like मेरा जो sales है, that is for Q2 on Q2 that is there, sales is up by 44%. Can you believe it? 44%. And this, by the way, let me remind you, on top of a high base. Okay, because last time जो था, last Q2 में, if you remember, we had this import duty ka cut, right, from 12% to 6%, because of which, even though it was a lean period, we saw a lot of purchase that is there that had happened. So in spite of that high base, you will see that the sales grew by 44% that is there on H2, on Q2. PAT that is there, PAT went from a loss making to a profit, that is 59 crore. But here you can't tell उनको बहुत सारा operating leverage मिला, because like I told you, ये जो import cut के वजह से, you will see across the jewelry space, all of the B2C companies that are there, there. I think only PN Gadgil is an exception. उनको छोड़ के majority of all the players that are there, they exposed, मतलब उनका inventory losses था. So that is why, so PAT जो है, it is not really comparable. Margins भी अगर आप देखते हो improve हो चुका है. SSG that is there. SSG was 15% last time. This time it is 10%. Obviously, gold का prices, gold का भाव बढ़ा है. You will see that, gold prices were around 7,000 rupees, I think, same time last year, but now it is 10,000 rupees per gram. So you will see like a 30-35% का probably upside in gold prices. So इसके वजह से whenever the gold prices goes up, especially, what happens is थोड़ा सा volume growth कम होता है, but that volume growth will be made up with value growth, because right, sales is a combination of two things, volume and value. So जब भी ये थोड़ा सा क्या होता है, थोड़ा सा price बढ़ता है, the disparity will be made up with value growth. Because think about it, whenever a person is going to buy jewelry, uska to probably he goes with a budget, maybe it is 1 lakh. Earlier probably for 1 lakh he was getting 15 grams. Abhi gold ka prices बढ़ गया, so instead of, now his budget might not change now, but now he'll come with the same 1 lakh only, the customer, but now instead of getting 15 grams he might get 10 grams. So you see over here sales is the same, like the sales ka number doesn't get affected much, but that volume growth gets affected because the person buys less gram as the gold ka prices goes up. So this is the thing, right? So please understand this over here. But एक चीज यहाँ पे which has been a, like I told you, game changer यहाँ पे कहा हुआ was उनका जो, like I told you, right, they have plans to put up 10 stores in Chennai. As of end of FY25, it was 62 stores. In this last 6 months that is there of this financial year, they've added 6 stores totally, out of which 2 old stores they've closed. Net store addition has been 4. That to all new stores in Chennai that is there. Now इसके वजह से उनको बहुत push मिल रहा है, because obviously ना, whenever you put up a new store, geographical expansion आ रहा है, volume growth मिल रहा है, and on top of that तो value growth अभी मिल ही रहा है because of the high price, high gold prices के वजह से. इसके वजह से you will see this very stunning terms, stunning top line मिला है उनको. But the game changer was recently उन्होंने just आज ही उन्होंने एक interview किया था CNBC के साथ, and there they told that they will be increasing the guidance from 6,000 crore to 7,000 crore. Okay, now this puts a little bit of pressure with Kalyan and Gadgil, and a lot of people might think that Kalyan and Gadgil के हिसाब से अगर आप देखते हो 30% ही कर सकता है, right? Because Gadgil has a plans to do 10,000 crores odd in terms of revenues over a period of year, and you will see Kalyan also if 30 to 35% ka max growth engine. So Thangamayil last time they ended FY25 with 4,911 crore, and if you look at this time they have increased the guidance from 6,000 to 7,000 crore. Last time उन्होंने बोला था 6,000, अभी बोल रहे 7,000, which is roughly like a 60 to 65% in terms of growth rate. वहाँ पे Kalyan maximum 35 करेगा, even PN Gadgil maybe 30 to 40% in that range, may not be more than that. Okay, Q3 में we will get to know better clarity because वहाँ पे उनका refinery sales नहीं आएगा, but probably 30 to 40% if you look at the store expansion rate and everything. और ये शायद करेगा, like they told 7,000 crore they're targeting, which is roughly like a 65% का growth rate. So think about it, मतलब 30, 40 और ये बोल रहे 70%. So a lot of people might think कि like Thangamayil Jewellers that is there, they they are winning the race. Yes, now if you look at it right now, until now it was only Kalyan and Gadgil, but with this change in guidance that is there, 6,000 से उन्होंने they revised it to upward 7,000. Yes, Thangamayil stands to win the chance. If they execute it, yes, they will come first in the race compared to all the other players. Okay, but here is the thing, if you look at Kalyan and if you look at PN Gadgil, the runway for growth is huge, unlike Thangamayil, right? मतलब उनका store expansion अगर आप देखते हो, they're very confident about what they will do in FY26 followed by FY27, right? There is a very clear cut runway. I don't think that runway for growth becomes a problem for Kalyan and PN Gadgil. But with Thangamayil Jewellers, that is a cause of concern. कि like I understand कि like FY26 में आप शायद ये करोगे, right? You will do this 7,000 crores in terms of revenue and everything. But what about going further after that? After this year, because they might not have that cash in the balance sheet, unlike what Kalyan and Gadgil has, because they have money to do that expansion. What will these people do? Will they have to do another QIP in order to sustain this growth rate? Because until now they had that QIP ka money to do this growth rate. After that, what? Where will the money come for? So although yes, they might, and I think not they might, they will defeat Kalyan and Gadgil for this entire of FY26, but आगे जाके after FY26 will this growth be sustainable? That becomes a little bit of a question mark, because the runway for growth for Thangamayil Jewellers that is there, it is not visible. ठीक है, this is one thing I would like to highlight. The second thing is उनका अगर आप देखते हो, even the updates that is coming for Q3, that is also very really good, because October को उनको अगर आप sales देखते हो, last October में they did somewhere roughly around I think 350 or 400 crores in terms of revenue, 371 crores in revenue. And this October, that is in October of FY25-26 में, they have done 1000 crores in revenue just in that 1 month. Okay, so you will see यहाँ पर also again that update, like you tell, एक महीना में आपने आप 371 से 1000 करोड़ कर रहे हो. That goes to show you कि like you know, वो उन्होंने जो guidance दिया है 7000 करोड़ का, which they revised, that was not a joke, right? They will surely achieve that thing. यहाँ पे एक चीज है, the fact that इसका sales growth is very high compared to the other two players, the fact that इसको operating leverage बहुत तगड़े से मिलने वाला है, right? And the fact you know, इसका अगर आप देखते हो PE भी उतना ज्यादा नहीं है, because if I consider उनका PAT margin is somewhere at 3.5% PAT margin if I take, right? And if I take 7000 crores in terms of revenue, they might do somewhere between 200 to 280 crores in PAT, you know, by this year. So that roughly comes up to 33 to 45 ka PE ka range. And if you're targeting 7000 crore in revenue, which is roughly like a 65% ka growth engine, 65% ka growth engine के लिए अगर आप 33 to 40 का PE दे रहे हो, it comes in case one category where your growth is high and PE is low. And on top of that, you're coming across the peers, you're coming first in the race. So yes, यहाँ पे PE rating होने का, you know, there is a good chance over here, you know, थोड़ा यहाँ पे PE rating हो सकता है, right? That is there. So that can happen, and if it happens, well and good. But वही मेरा डर है कि like you know, if although this 65% का growth for this year, it is very nice, the numbers look very nice, the guidance has been revised, and you know they will surely probably be achieved, but one thing मुझे एक चीज यहाँ पे कटकता है is you know, is this growth even sustainable? Because आगे जाके to you know, to continue this growth rate, you have to put up store count. अगर आप stores नहीं बढ़ाते हो, then you know, you will not be able to grow, you will not be able to continue you know, with this growth rate, which Kalyan and PN Gadgil has a you know, they can sustain that 30% का growth rate. उनका वहाँ पे expansion के लिए कोई problem नहीं है. That is my only and only cause of concern over here कि like the only negative thing I can tell about Thangamayil Jewellers is the fact that इसका जो expansion है, the runway for growth that is there, that मुझे visibility नहीं दिख रहा है. ठीक है, so that is the thing, that is the only and only thing I have with Thangamayil Jewellers. And the other thing I would like to mention is you know कि like यहाँ पे I know a lot of people will try to you know, negate this thing कि like you know, हमारे देश में ज्यादा gold purchase होता है तमिलनाडु से, ये तमिलनाडु में है. That doesn't work over here. I mean, just because Tamil Nadu is the highest contributor doesn't mean Thangamayil, who is emerging from Tamil Nadu, will also you know, try to grow at a very faster rate. Ultimately आपको store expansion करना पड़ेगा. And if you look at it over here, Kalyan and Gadgil you know, has a better store expansion rate compared to Thangamayil that is there. That is way more important than आप कहाँ से आ रहे हो. And ultimately Thangamayil is not the only player in Tamil Nadu. Now there are so many unorganized and organized players. Even Kalyan is present in Tamil Nadu. There is Tanishq present in Tamil Nadu. So that is the thing. Do not try to generalize anything over here. What is more important is store expansion. So अगर ये आगे जाके बोलता है कि like you know, yes, we will continue to add that 10 to 15 stores every year, and if they come up with that plan na, then I think they would be a very you know, something to be taken seriously with respect to Kalyan and Gadgil. Varna, this is, I would say, like if it is Varna, probably this is just like a short term game, you know, you're playing you know, only for this year, and after that again you know, the growth rate probably falters to you know, the usual 25 to 30%. Very good set of numbers, great guidance and everything, just that runway for growth is not visible for me. That is the only and only problem. Other than that, excellent set of numbers, guys. That's it. So anyways, that's it for Thangamayil Jewellers. I hope you all have a great day and see you. Oh, also make sure you like, share and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I don't tell this often, but then like I keep forgetting to tell like, share and subscribe, and it is kind of awkward for me to tell. But anyways, people kept reminding me like you know, you have to tell it, otherwise you know, people might watch the video but they don't subscribe it, you know, because वो याद नहीं आता है. But anyways, make sure to like, share and subscribe. And if you want to understand how to analyze these companies, you know, how to read the investor PPT, how to read the con call, what to look for, make sure you get the investment checklist workshop, link in the description below. Bye.